5, 16, 19, 21, 33, and 10. Check results. You remember?
1 for 6, Putty, Dr. Who, all that good stuff. You know what's crazy? You want to hear something absolutely buck wild? It's happened again. Famous football chants. If you like football, you know. If you don't, you don't know. But it goes a little bit something like this. It's happened again. It's happened again. Insert what's happened again here. It's happened again. It's very simple. I'm sure you can catch it on. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle in severe car accident. I just realized I'm talking about this really jovially. That could actually be very injured. They said it was serious. But obviously the sort of joke everyone's been making about it is, it's kind of exactly what happened to his mother. A lot of people have conspiracy theories about how that was, done by the Queen, who is now no longer with us. And now how it's happened again, doing it from beyond the grave. Or she got Charles pulling the strings, Too soon to joke, I don't know. But no, it is weird, isn't it? For things to go the exact same way. Also, to get chased by a paparazzi is so weird. Like, I don't even think of that. Like, through the streets, like, if you're on foot, I get it. But when I always heard the whole Princess Diana was in a car crash while being chased by paparazzi or whatever, it's like, what do you mean chased? Like, they were following you. Because, like, in the thing, it's like they were being chased for, like, half an hour or having, like, having a bunch of near crashes. And it's like, were we even in and out of traffic to try and, like, lose them or something? It just feels like the type of thing where it's just like, it's weird on both ends, I feel like. Obviously, I've voiced this before. Paparazzi people are some of the weirdest people on planet Earth. Like, the only argument you can make for them is, it's a job. It's just a job like any other. They need the money, whatever. There's so many other things you could do. There is genuinely so many other things you could do. Go work at Deliveroo or something. Like, go, I don't, like, that job is just never like, oh, you don't understand, man. Like, I gotta make money somehow. This is all I got. Like, I'm struggling week to week. It's like, yeah, everyone's struggling. There's other stuff you can do, Because to be in a job where you're literally stalking people, chasing them about, so weird. Just so weird, man. Like, for what? A photo of them eating a sandwich? To like, be chased though at the same time in a car, like, speeding through the streets. Like, as much as, like, oh, you're sick of it, you don't want the stress. I've not got a hostage in the back. Like, I don't really care. Is it that if it's because they're trying to find out where you're going, where you live, whatever? If it's just like so they can get a photo, yes, it's annoying, but you've probably got tinted windows. You kind of just, like, drive along. Sure, they get the snap. You're pissed about it, and then you move on with your life. It's sort of just one of those things. It's like it's like a right. Everyone's entitled to their privacy and that, but, like, it's just the world we live in, and as much as it's not ideal, it's just one of the pitfalls of the place you're in the world type thing. It's like, maybe you wouldn't trade it. Maybe if you was just a normal guy, you wouldn't trade a load of money and whatever for a lack of privacy. Maybe you wouldn't trade it. Maybe some people would. I don't know. But it's just one of the pitfalls. Everything has a pitfall. Every walk of life, And it's just like, whether they're fair or not, it's kind of just one of those things where it's like, we can question if they're fair. We can question if anything's fair. But, like, to start a movement where we need to everyone needs to make sure this is not a thing anymore. Like, we need to make sure we're respecting these people's privacy. Like, yeah, we do, but that's not the main cause. Like, if we're gonna do that, it's like it's everything. The pitfalls in everyone's life, which there is too many to count, and it's just like, it's not ideal that, like, I don't know, just the phrase being chased through the streets by paparazzi is just always confusing, because, like, what do you mean by that? Like, I just at the same time, if you're in the car, just like I find it weird on both parties. Either way, I actually don't know how that story ended. So this is the type of thing that could age poorly, and for some reason I didn't think of that until I started vomiting out the mouth. Speaking of vomiting out the mouth, I saw that today. That guy. Sorry, I gotta lie back a minute, guys. You've got to allow me that just for a second. I'm really, for some reason, tired. Even though I've done nothing, or I did move the boat. Like I said I would, and I did. And it actually went better than expected. I thought it was gonna be a bad day because the last time I went out, I like tripped on a cone, and it tore like a piece of my trouser off. And I said to my friend, I said. I don't know. I said to him, I went to him, I said, this is going to be a bad day for me, you know, and it was. And when I say a bad day, I mean in the sense of a bunch of little things going wrong. And that day, I think I spoke already maybe, but that day did end up being a bad day. I was like, oh, here we go. It's going to be one of those days. I then went on to try and move the boat. There was no space that day. That was already a bit annoying. Then I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to make the train. I'm going to run for this one. I'll make it simple. I don't have to run the whole way. I run all the way to the station. I get to the station, check my pocket, my card's not in there. I think, okay, it's annoying. I've missed the train. I ran for nothing, but I'm sure I'll walk back and I'll find it. Just dropped on the path where I walked because it was a very simple path. I'll be there. Didn't find the card. Okay, so I ran for the train that I didn't get. I walked all the way back because I thought the card would be there for the journey. Wasn't there. So I was like, okay, now I'm stuck here. I'm going to have to call for a lift. Let me cancel my card and order a new one. I go to cancel my card. The app messes up, so I can't. So I've cancelled my card now, but I can't order a new one because the app's just shits, basically. Barclays fix up. So then I had to wait, and I had work within a certain period of time, so I had to like get a new one that day with any chance of it coming in time for work to be able to get in. And because the app had messed up, it means I couldn't just get one through the app anymore, which would take literally a couple of seconds. So I had to call them. Oh, I can't call them. It's not open hours. It's too late. Can't call them the next day because it's the weekend. Can't call them on the Monday because it's a bank holiday. So I was just like, okay, can't get a new card now to soonest Tuesday. I got to be somewhere like Thursday, Friday. It's not going to come in time. New issue. And it was just like one of those days, there's little things like this is just so like little like nips in the arse. Just like stop that. And I thought today was going to be a similar thing because immediately why the fuck am I? Oh, I went to the station, tapped my card. Didn't work. You got to put your PIN in for contactless to work at first. Forgot that was the thing because I haven't got a new card in a while. Great, I had to walk all the way back, get a different thing, go all the way back there again. I thought, oh, it's going to be a bad day. It's going to be like the other day because it just started off being a bit of a wrong one. But no, I got to the boat. The reason moving the boat can be a bad day is just sort of if you crash it, like it's too much to go into right now, but just know like a lot of things can go wrong in it, which people just don't get. Well, with my one anyway, because mine's not traditionally shaped or traditionally driven, and it can be a nightmare. But no, I got into it. I moved out of the space pretty easily. Like I turned it around. I thought maybe that would be a bit of an issue, maybe because the current would be pushing it that way, but I need to turn it that way. But no, that was all fairly fine. I got in, was struggling on. There was a few low bridges. There was one that literally you couldn't fit a piece of paper between the roof and the ceiling. At one point, it even went like on the top, like it was that close. It was like, oh my God. But got through those fine. Found the space in the place I was planning on going to. There was actually a space there. Drove it in with supreme skills. Managed to get out, grab both ropes before it drifted away, and then tie it all up. It all went relatively well. Got on the train, got back. Fine, didn't drop my phone in the water, didn't do this or that. I was just like, and that will happen one day, and I don't look forward to the day where I drop my phone into the canal, because that will suck. But that all went relatively fine, and I don't know why it's tiring. Like I was sitting there like driving it. The distance I probably travelled on the canals, like if you measured it or whatever, you could probably drive it in 15 minutes. You could probably drive it in maybe less than 50, probably 10 if there was no traffic, maybe even less. It was like probably 2.8 miles maybe. Takes like an hour and a half though. You know, you go like 2 miles per hour on the water free or something. I'm not trying to. I don't know why it's tiring though, because I was sitting there. I'm just sitting down, moving this ever so slightly, going 2 miles per hour, but I was making my stomach churn for some reason. Anyway, probably just adrenaline of it, because I just know that I've had so many bad situations trying to move it before. It's a relatively easy one. So maybe that's why I'm a bit tired, but I don't know. It's not like I didn't do anything else though. Where's we going with this? Oh, I leant back as if I was like exhausted, and it was just for that reason. Another thing I saw, Tony. Even Tony or Ivan? It's Ivan Tony. Even doesn't sound right. Ivan Tony. Ivan. Why have I forgotten how to say this? Ivan Tony. Yeah, it is Ivan. What am I fucking around for? Ivan Tony I was shocked when I saw this. This whole like, oh, Chelsea might not sign Ivan Toney because they got to wait till the verdict on his deal. Like, I was just thought, yeah, sure, whatever, let's go sign him. And then it came out today, and it was like 8 months banned from football. And I don't know why I was so surprised, because not Daniel Radcliffe, Daniel Sturridge. Daniel Sturridge got a similar thing. Like, he couldn't play football for a real long time. Pretty much retired him when he got his ban or whatever. And it's just like, first of all, I was just deep in it. Is the like crime, we'll say here, breach of the rules when it comes to betting? Is it that he was fixing the bet? So he was saying, put a bet on this because I know this will happen because I'm involved in football. Was he doing that thing? So he was like, put like this money on me getting a yellow because I'll just make sure I get a yellow today. Or like, because I doubt he was, why would he put bets on himself to get a yellow, then get a yellow, like, to win money that to him would be insignificant? Like, well, I guess if you put enough money on it, you can make enough money on it to where it's not insignificant. I guess I don't know how big the bets were. But I assume it was just him telling his people around him to help everyone else up. So it's not really like you're doing a bad thing. It's just like, I'm just helping my friends get some money. Some extra cash. Put a bet on me. Getting yellow this week, and you guys can all make an extra few £100 or whatever. Which is just like, sure, like, I get why you're not allowed to do it. It's cheating. But the bookies are cheats in themselves. They're cheats enough. So look, it's all how it goes. So I don't know if it was that what he was doing, or if just betting on football in general is not allowed when you're in football, because it can be seen as, regardless of what it is, people are making great points. There's literally people in this league who maybe, yeah, sure, allegedly did things, heinous crimes, sexual assault, rape, noncery, paedophilia type shit. All allegedlys, I guess. I don't really know what that means. And they play in this league. Mason Greenwood, there's a good chance they'll probably play in this league again. And you'd think the stuff they done would mean they should never play football again in any league. But betting on football gets you 8 months out, which, like, I remember players doing stuff, like horrendous, like, Cantona. I felt like, to me, I don't know, it's more deep, like fly kick. I know it's funny, it's a bit of history, but like fly kicking a guy in the chest, a fan, and getting like however many games he got out, or like other, like with Suarez's whole situation or whatever. 8 months just feels so long. Like, it just feels really, really harsh, like, to be prosecuted for that long. I just didn't expect it. A lot of people also saying, what's on the front of Brentford's shirt? They sponsor week in, week out Hollywood Bets, as well as Betfred is, and like 365Bet and all those other betting, football and betting, they go hand in hand. It's on the stands, it's on the shirts, it's on the club training kits, it's everywhere. You're surrounded by it. Betting on football, you know what it is. Just do it responsibly. And then when a player bets, you're slapped with an 8 month, of no football. That being said, Chelsea, I reckon you should still sign him. I reckon he'll probably be cheaper now. We're taking on someone who, like, I know it feels so long away, 8 months. It's next year, January. Before you know it, we'll be there. We'll have this new player in who we got for a good deal, because the club, Brentford right now are like, oh, fuck. Tony got this ban, like, no one's going to want him now. No one's going to want to go near him now. But like, we'll come over. Desperate Chelsea over here. We'll take him for a slightly cheaper price than you would have charged us. Maybe knock like 10 mil off. We can't use him till January. Maybe not 20 mil. Just give us Tony for like 35, 40 million. Happy days. Or else you're going to lose a lot of money on him. I don't know. Something like that. You bring him in. Yeah, sure, we can't use him. We just try and get through January next year just on Nkunku up front. Or, look, I don't want this, but, Lukaku. Maybe we keep him on the loan. He is an actual, like, striker. I don't know if we want to be doing a whole other half of the season next year with like a not striker up front. I know he plays basically up front in Germany, but we've all felt the pain from the Bundesliga in recent years, haven't we? So I think we should still get Tony. I think 8 months is insanely long. I just thought it'd be one of these things where, like, you get like, he should be fined a certain amount of money. That would be cool. Maybe get banned for Like, just give him like a 6-week ban and charge him like some money, you know, just be done with it. You won't do it again. Like, slap on the wrist type shit. Like, it feels like there's other bigger issues in football that we should be like putting our foot down on, instead of trying to make points out of people who like bet on football. Like, it's a legal thing to do. Like, it's against the rules in football, so he's breaking the rules there, but it's like a legal thing. Well, I guess if he's doing the thing where like, you know what's gonna happen, it's technically cheating, right? But like, I don't know, it's just bull. Who gives a fuck? That's all though. This is podcast day. Keep Doctor away, and I think this was 146 maybe. So is it? Yeah, I'll see you in 147.
Here with the kids, and I got 3 kids, and the geezer was probably on like maximum 20 bags a year. Like the most boring bloke you'll ever meet. He was like,